Portal was developed and published by Valve Corporations on October 10, 2007. It was released in a bundle called the Orange Box with a bunch of other games such as Half-Life 2 Episode 2 and Team Fortress 2. The game was initially released for Windows, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but has now been ported to Mac OS, Linux and Android. The lead writers for Portal were Eric Wolpaw and Chet Falizek, while Kim Swift worked as the lead designer. The game was developed in a newly completed source engine, and the development cycle for Portal was only 2 years and 4 months, with just more than 10 people working on the game. Portal is often categorized as a puzzle platformer game, but to me it's more of a first-person puzzle game due to its core mechanics of manipulating the environment and solving intricate puzzles. The game's emphasis on spatial reasoning combined with innovative puzzles sets Portal apart from other traditional puzzle games. Portal appeals to all sets of audience from young teens to adults who enjoy a well-crafted puzzle-based or platforming games. Players' objective in Portal is to navigate through a series of puzzle-filled test chambers using an Aperture Science handheld portal device. Players must use critical thinking and problem-solving skills to figure out how to use the portals to complete each test chamber. Along the way, players will come across many obstacles which can range from simple environmental hazards to complex mechanical devices. The ultimate goal would be to escape the Aperture Science facility and defeat a self-aware evil AI called GLaDOS.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center.
There are only two prominent characters in Portal, which being the protagonist named Shell and an artificial intelligent robot called GLaDOS. The character design in Portal is minimalistic yet deeply impactful, with each character embodying a key role in the game's story and gameplay. Shell is a silent protagonist of Portal and the player's avatar. She wears a simple orange jumpsuit, which is a standard issue Aperture Science test subject uniform. The jumpsuit also includes a small Aperture Science logo and the number 150, marking her as a test subject. Shell's design emphasizes her ability to adapt and solve complex problems. This is evident in how she uses the portal gun and responds to the complex challenges within the test chambers. The simplicity of her design, along with her muted expression and silent nature, showcases the feeling of isolation and loneliness in the game.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
The second prominent character and the antagonist of Portal is GLaDOS. GLaDOS is an acronym which stands for Genetic Lifeform and Disk Operating System. GLaDOS is one of the greatest video game villains of all time, and her design helps in portraying her as an emotionless, manipulative, and a sinister AI. Her primary body is a mechanical structure that hovers over the Aperture Science facility, and at the heart of her design is a glowing orange core. She also consists of various mechanical arms, limbs, and tendrils which extend from her central core. These limbs and tendrils are there for aesthetics and their functionality, which allows her to interact, manipulate, and monitor the entire Aperture facility. Her mechanical and dehumanized design emphasizes her power and control over the Aperture Science facility. The core gameplay mechanics of Portal revolve around using the Aperture Science handheld portal device or the portal gun to create portals on flat surfaces. These portals allow players to move between different locations instantly, solving puzzles and overcoming obstacles. Players must also use momentum and physics to navigate environments, manipulate objects, and reach otherwise inaccessible areas. The primary mechanic in Portal is the ability to create two portals, with one being blue and the other being orange. These portals are linked, so if you enter one portal, you will exit from the other portal. The portal also allows players to bypass obstacles, travel large spaces, and find alternative routes to solve puzzles. You can also manipulate the physics with the portals, where dropping an object through one portal exits through the other portal with the same momentum. Portal heavily relies on the game's physics engine, which isn't just used for the portal mechanic, rather for interacting with environment as well. Players often have to manipulate weighted storage cubes and place them on pressure-sensitive buttons to activate doors, switches, or other mechanisms. These cubes can also be moved through portals to solve spatial puzzles. Players can also use momentum to carry objects through portals. For instance, players may need to drop a cube from a certain height through the portal to generate enough force to trigger a mechanism to activate. The game is structured around a series of test chambers, each with its own set of puzzles. These puzzles grow progressively more complex as you advance, introducing new elements like lasers, aerial propulsion, and platforms that move when weight is applied. The puzzles often require both logical thinking and a deep understanding of the portal mechanics to solve. These mechanics come together to create the game's unique blend of logic puzzles, physics challenges, and exploration, making Portal both innovative and intellectually engaging. The pacing and difficulty of Portal are key to its success as a puzzle platformer. The game has been through many playtests to keep players engaged without overwhelming them. The pacing of Portal is intentionally gradual to keep players engaged and help them understand the core mechanics of the game early on. At the beginning, the game's difficulty is low and begins with very simple puzzles that focus entirely on teaching the players the basic mechanics of portal creation, like how to place portals, how to move through them, and how to use them to navigate space. At this stage, the puzzles are straightforward and the game uses text prompts and the voice of GLaDOS to guide the players. Once the basic mechanics are mastered, new elements are introduced one by one. These elements include surfaces for portal placement, weighted cubes for triggering switches, and platforms that move or change behavior when portals are used. The puzzles also become more complex as they combine these elements, but they remain understandable by building on what the players have learned already. The final levels are where the game gets really difficult and truly tests the player's understanding of all the mechanics. Puzzles become more multidimensional, requiring the players to think several steps ahead. Players will often be required to come up with creative solutions that combines multiple portal placements, timed actions, and environmental interactions. The game ramps up the challenge without overwhelming the players, and the puzzles demand more creative thinking and problem solving. The pacing of Portal is deliberate and gradual, introducing players to new mechanics in manageable volumes. The difficulty increases steadily, starting from simple puzzles and reaching satisfying level of complexity by the end. By gradually building upon the core concepts and adding new challenges, Portal keeps players engaged without overwhelming them, giving a sense of satisfaction when each puzzle is solved.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin.
The audio-visual style of Portal is something that stays in your memory for a long time and still feels incredibly fresh when you witness it even after a long period of time. Portal uses clean, minimalistic aesthetic that focuses on functional design, reflecting its setting in the Aperture Science facility. The environment consists primarily of sterile, white, geometric rooms with sleek, functional walls, floors, and ceilings. The simplicity of these environments enhances the focus on the puzzle-solving elements and the portal mechanics, allowing the players to concentrate on the physics and logic behind each challenge rather than being distracted by overly detailed surroundings. Portal's color palette consists of white, grey, and light blue, giving the environment a cold, clinical feel. This palette is often highlighted by bright orange and blue portals, which stand out against the neutral background and visually emphasizes the core gameplay mechanics. The colored lighting in certain areas, especially around the portals and certain interactive elements, also serves to guide the player's attention, highlighting important objects or paths. Portal sound design is also clean and minimalistic, just like its visual style. The sounds are often sharp, mechanical, and synthetic, resonating with the lab-like atmosphere of the Aperture facility. Opening and closing portals gives out an iconic whooshing sound, while passing through them gives a distorted sound effect. Portal features a scarce but effective use of music. Most of the game is without a constant musical score, allowing the ambient sound to make players feel more immersive. However, the music does play a critical role in enhancing the emotional and impact of certain narrative moments.
It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. Fitting shoes for orphans. Nice job.
Portal's audiovisual style is a masterclass in minimalism and efficient design. Every sound, color, and visual element serves to enhance the core themes of the game of puzzle solving and isolation, while ensuring that players remain focused on the gameplay itself.
Mutually exclusive.
Portal stands out as a groundbreaking game that successfully blends innovation in both gameplay mechanics and narration. Its core mechanic of using portals to navigate and solve puzzles is a fresh and unique approach to puzzle design, offering players a deeply engaging and intellectually stimulating experience. The game uses minimalistic but highly effective storytelling and creates an eerie sense of atmosphere. Through its innovative gameplay and subtle environmental storytelling, Portal demonstrates how a game can provide both a compelling challenge and an intriguing narrative without the need for traditional exposition, leaving a lasting impact on both puzzle games and video game storytelling.
Thank you for assuming the party escort submission position.